everyone, it's Glenda. Like I promised, I said I would come on live today so that my son and I can talk to you about exercise. Well, actually, he's going to talk about it. I'm just going to sit here politely and nod. This is my son. I call him the athlete.
Hello.
He's 16 years old, and he's like my champion in the weight room and at the gym, and he like inspires me to keep going. So anyway, I thought we would pop in because I know you guys see me often on my feed talking about exercise, and you see me filming myself in the gym. And first, let me say I'm 52 years old, and I've been working out probably since I was 16, and even through my pregnancies I worked out, and I've had a couple of surgeries in between there. I've had a couple of kids, and I still get back in the game because it feels absolutely fantastic to me. So anyway, I thought my son could share some of the benefits and why a well-seasoned woman should continue her journey in working out. Because one thing I've noticed is that when we go to the gym, it seems like most of the women my age,
They just head straight to the cardio room.
yeah, they go straight to the cardio room. And sometimes I feel a little strange because 99.9% of the time I'm like the only woman in the weight room. No joke, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool because at first I was intimidated by it, and I was like, oh, I don't want to go unless my sons or my husband is there with me. But now I don't really care because the guys that are there, they totally root me on. So, I mean, what's the benefit to you? Like, why should a woman that's a well-seasoned woman, why should she go with the weight routine?
Well, there are many things, and I could go on for days if I wanted to, but I thought that I just cataloged 3 important reasons why. And you may just think, oh, it'll make me look good, but there are actually other things that come in the brain as well. Like, I'm pretty sure everyone has heard of the term adrenaline. When you're feeling hyped up and stuff, you feel good, you just want to like get out and just do whatever you can. Well, every single time you work out, you may feel this surge, and you'll end up, in the long run, you'll end up just feeling better, and you'll just want to do more things. Especially if you do it in the morning, then the rest of the day you're all hyped up, and you might be more productive and stuff. Well, not might, you will actually.
Yeah.
You will. Even me, like before, even simple things like school. I'd be focused and stuff like that. So in any of home duties you guys would want to do, then you guys would.
Home duties?
I mean,
You mean those corporate headquarters that we're running?
Yeah, my bad. I wasn't trying to make it sound like that. My bad. But in any duties, then let's generalize it. I'm sorry. Any duties. So, elevated mood, better focus, that's very important. But here's another thing, and I found this one very interesting, and I actually found this out pretty recently. There's something that scientists just call BDNF. Sorry, I don't know. It's so hard to memorize that for some reason. But what it does is that it produces new brain cells, and what this means is many things. Better focus, better memory, and also it reduces the chance of Alzheimer's disease. And the reason is because the Alzheimer's disease is something that breaks down memory cells. But if you have more memory cells, then not only does it strengthen your brain, but it also slows down the entire process. And I know this is one of the more common things that happen when you're middle-aged and stuff like that. So don't lose hope. It's not like it's just bound to happen. There's a way to stop it or just greatly reduce it. Things like that.
Yeah, I know, like for myself, when I work out, if I have something that I really need to get done, it's like I go to the gym in the morning and I work out, and then it's like my whole mind is clear. And I know for my son, he did exceptionally well this last year. I mean, his GPA is like 4.17 or something, or it's weighted because he has all honors classes. So he would get up and go to the gym like at 5:30 in the morning, come back, shower, eat his breakfast, and then off to school he would go. And his school day would be pretty long. He'd have his classes, and then he'd have track and field afterwards. He'd have to come home, do his homework, and do whatever he had to do here in the house. And he maintained that grade point average throughout the whole year. So I do really believe that. I think that both you and I are proof that when you exercise, because I wrote two books with the idea of getting up in the morning, working out, clearing my mind, and then being able to go to my desk and crank those pages out for those books. So I do totally agree with that, what you just told us about it, producing more brain cells and memory for us.
Yeah, yeah. See, perfect example right here. And now, let's get okay. So we already, my mom already mentioned about how she's the only one in the Nautilus equipment, or weight room, should I say, weight room. And the problem is that many people think cardio is the only way to go, especially what I see from like women, because they think lifting weights is just gonna get you super bulky, and you're gonna end up looking like one of those bodybuilders. And as you can see, my mom looks great, but
Aw.
but it's not like she's like, ah, like it's not like, geez, then that'd be kind of,
Be weird,
yeah,
right?
that'd be weird. But it's not the case. You'll just look great. And let me explain why strength training's actually better. See, muscle actually burns more fat, or should I say calories, than fat itself, up to 6.6 times more. So if you build muscle, which cardio cannot, I will say that now, cardio does not build any muscle. So the more muscle that you build, then the more calories it will burn. Meaning, if you were to eat, let's just say basic 2,000 calories, then you'd have more of a chance of burning fat with strength training, because in the long run, the more muscle that you build, the more fat you'll be able to end up burning.
Yeah.
Unlike cardio, where it's just, in that moment, that's when you're burning the calories, which is so few compared to what you can do if you just simply build up some muscle.
But I have a question on that. Okay, so when I have the issue that I have is that I don't eat enough protein. I'm bodybuilding, but I'm not eating enough protein. So how does that impact what I'm doing?
Well, protein is the main source, the main macronutrient that does actions such as building muscle and burning fat. So when you have a lack of protein, what happens is that
Oh,
your
look,
body.
Arturo Sandoval. Sorry.
So what ends up happening is that you don't. Okay, I'm sorry. What? Oh my God. I just had a brain fart. I don't know why. What ends up happening is that when your body tries to build or burn muscle and it doesn't have the proteins that it needs, then it can't perform the action, or it'll do it much slower than you would if you had a proper amount of protein.
Yeah, and for me, it's like I'm not big on eating meat. So
We gotta get her like protein shakes or something.
I know. It's like I don't know, I'm just not a big meat eater, but I know I need to have it because I am training in the weight room, but I don't know. It's hard for me to consume that amount of protein, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it because my son is riding me.
Of course.
But you're not saying that we shouldn't do cardio. I mean, because
If you were to choose one if you were to choose cardio or strength training, then overall I choose strength training. Because
Or hit, like hit.
even then, like I choose strength training over hit. Honestly, if I'm gonna be completely honest, I mean hit does burn more calories, but like I said, it's instantaneous. Like it's happening instantly, like during the workout. While during strength training, you may be burning less instantaneously, but in the long run, you're still gonna be burning more, like because of increased like muscle.
Yeah, I think like for myself, I just enjoy having um like a mixture of things to do. Like I enjoy the weight room. I absolutely love it. But then I also like a good hit workout, which is high intensity interval training.
Well, yeah, it's a good mixture to have.
Yeah, and then I like going to the pool and like swimming some laps or, doing water aerobics. So, I mean, I like mixing it up, but I do put most of my emphasis in the weight room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you tell them how I train in the weight room? Like what's going to be my new program that you're starting me on? Like how are we doing it? Like today we did my shoulders.
Well, through certain circumstances that protein synthesis. Okay, I'm not going to get scientific about it. Basically, if you train the muscle, the possibility. Well, you can train a muscle about. You can train a muscle 2 times a week if you train it in certain ways. So the way I have my mom set up is that she's going to go 4 days a week, and her first day will be upper body. She'll be alternating between upper body and lower body twice. So it'll be upper body, lower body, lower body, like that.
Yeah.
And what we had her do today was the general upper body, but working on like heavy sets, low reps. So, big intensity, not so much on the volume and stuff like that. And what that does is that, muscles can only grow in size if, you lift heavier weights. So I want her to get stronger so then she can continue progressing upwards, because if we keep her at the same reps but same weight at the same time, then maybe the weight will get easier but she won't be improving.
Yeah. So let's unpack that, because one thing that you and I both notice when we go to the gym, we see like a lot of the women that do venture into the weight room, they seem to do the same low weights over and over again.
Well, it's because they think
they're not challenging themselves at all.
It's because a lot of times the way lots I don't know, this seemed to be a stigma that has been passed on for a long time, because it's become a stigma that if a girl lifts weights then she's going to become bulky. So, a girl might become motivated to lift weights, but then they think, should I grab the 20s? I don't want my biceps to become like bulky and raging. It's like, it's not going to happen. Like, it's not.
No, we don't really have the hormones to develop like that. I mean, we'll get, cut, but it won't be like a bodybuilder, because
it's possible, but, if you go on Instagram and you see like those buff girls, you don't see them doing 15, 20 pounds. You see them putting 3 plates on a rack and
like
squatting,
a man.
Yeah, squatting 315 for reps.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. My weights are pretty high, considering I've been going at it for a while. So like, there's my older son just came through the door. He closed the door. So anyway, like today, what was I lifting? Like 60, 70, that one bar where I was really struggling to get that one up.
Yeah, I was 70.
Yeah, I thought, oh my gosh. But I think I was more like just afraid of it because I had a pulled muscle last week, and it was bad. But it was my fault because I didn't handle the weight properly, and so I pulled my trap, and it hurt so bad that I cried leaving out of the gym. Oh my gosh, that hurt so bad.
It was just the way she came down with the rep, that's not good for your shoulders and traps, so it causes impingement.
Yeah.
That's basically what happened. But
Yeah.
we made sure that she came down at a right angle, so the shoulders could actually bear it.
Yeah, I mean, I took, after that tear, I took like 2 days off or something, and then got back in there, and then took it easy. He showed me some workouts to do that didn't require weight, so it was like body weight driven workouts. And
Yeah, I was glad that she decided to get in the gym despite the pain.
yeah, I mean, because even when I went back, I was still like a little tender in that area, but it wasn't to the point where, when it first happened, I thought I was going to freaking die. It hurt so bad. But no, like, I really enjoy working out. I do. Like I said, I'm 52 years old, and I remember when I was 49, turning 50, and so many people said to me, oh my gosh, Glenda, it's all downhill from here. And I said, no, I'm not buying into that. That's propaganda. I'm not buying into that. I am going to remain strong. I don't want to get out of the bed in the morning and feel like all of my bones are broke down. I just want to get out of the bed and go on my merry way, and that's what I do. And I mean, I take care of myself the best way I can. Yeah, I do have like a little issue with sweets. Yeah, I have an issue with sweets. I do. I will admit it. I did go on a 28-day fast from sweets, and where I didn't have any, and it was tough. But now it's like I feel like I'm going back to where I'm eating a lot of them again, and I don't know what the heck's going on with me in the sweet department. But other than that, the sweets and the fact that I need to have more protein and a little less carb, right?
Yeah. More calories in general.
Yeah, I need to eat more calories. I don't eat enough in a day. I think sometimes on an average, what do you think I eat? Like
800.
Like 800 calories, when I should be eating what?
Like, I think it's like 1,700 or something like that.
I'm not. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like they make fun of me in our household. Like, what do you say for Mother's Day? They were gonna make me
a bowl of popcorn, a piece of a chicken wing, and probably like a box of a half box of Red Vines or something like that.
Yeah. So what he said was some popcorn, because I love popcorn. I could eat popcorn every day. Some Red Vines, and a piece of chicken, not the whole chicken, just a piece of it, and that was going to be my Mother's Day meal. Because I don't know what it is. I just don't think about food like that. I just don't. I know there's people out there who are like, they eat when they're emotional or whatever. I don't think about food. As a matter of fact, when my sons were young and I would pick them up from school, it used to grate my nerves when they would jump in the car and say, Mom, what's for dinner? It would drive me bonkers because
that school lunch didn't feed us enough.
I know, but it was like, I don't wake up and think about what I'm going to cook for dinner. I just am not a foodie, and I could care less. Like, I don't know. If I didn't have to eat, I probably wouldn't. That's how it goes. And I don't even know what that's about. I'm not anorexic in the least. For those of you who have seen my pictures, I'm curvaceous. I'm just not consuming enough calories, and I'm trying to make that better. So
eating's fun. So I don't know what's going on with my mom there, but eating's fun.
Yeah. Whatever.
Wow.
So anyway, that was our talk. Thank you for doing this for me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I think he was a little nervous in the beginning, but he did good. He's very scientific. He knows all the muscles. He's going to be studying sports medicine and possibly nutrition when he goes to university. He's going to the 11th grade, and I'm very proud of him. And so, yeah. So tomorrow we'll be back in the gym.
Oh, yeah, legs.
Leg day.
Heavy legs.
Yeah, that's my favorite, leg day.
You're going to like this one. This is heavy legs.
Oh, cool. Bring it on.
Heck yeah.
All right, you guys. Thanks for watching.